It's a pleasure to talk to you about the film because, as I said before the interview, I had a great experience with it, although this is the character that we've seen in a lot of film, but we've never seen him like that. How much aware were you that you wanted to have your own take, your own character, and is this why you wrote it as well?
Well, I mean, I think one of the fun things about a character like Joker is that it's open to interpretation. It'll be interpreted differently in other movies in the future, and we interpret it differently. I think the fun thing about, in the States at least, comic books have kind of become our Shakespeare, as sad as that might sound. And there are many interpretations of Hamlet or Macbeth, and I think it applies to these, and I think, I might be wrong, but for audiences, it's fun to see a different director or actor's take on something that they're familiar with. So for me, we weren't so much intimidated or even looking back at those other things. We were just doing our own version.
It's great that you could use your imagination to construct the backstory. Did that stem from maybe reading comic books when you were younger and having your own imaginative take on what the character is?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely read comics when I was a kid. I definitely responded, like most people, to the villain that is Joker. Mm-hmm. But for me, it wasn't so much about doing a comic book movie. It was more about doing a character study, about really doing a deep dive into one particular character.
It's great that we now have a villain as a main character. Empathy is one of the themes in the film as well. So how important was it for you that, we kind of see a side where you kind of root for a character that has never been rooted for before?
Yeah. I mean, that was the goal of the movie was okay, so how do you make an origin story for a villain where the villain is the hero and you sort of root for him until you can't root for him anymore?
Yeah.
And where that line is different for different people, but that was the goal of it, yeah. So that was exciting.